Coming up on 9 News Mornings, Aurora Public Schools is helping the environment one bus at a time. The district is going green with new electric buses. Many people are praising the latest decision to forgive a portion of student loans, especially students of color who are looking forward to the relief it brings. And this isn't your average karaoke competition. A local principal is sharing her talents on the big stage. 9 News Morning starts right now. I can't wait to hear her.
Oh, she's so good.
Yes, she's phenomenal.
That
All
is
right.
awesome.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday.
Yes, indeed.
Yay. Yes. For you, your 9th day working, so really happy Friday to you.
The countdown continues for Keely.
Truly. Man, you better party this weekend.
I am.
Good.
All right. Well, we're heading to a weekend, so that's good.
Yep.
Could see some rain.
Monsoon moisture today, but then we dry it out for the weekend.
Oh, okay.
So that's not all that bad.
Yeah.
We get maybe the best of both worlds, you think? Yeah. Yeah, today we could see those isolated showers and thunderstorms turn into scattered showers and thunderstorms because that monsoon moisture reinvigorates itself as it moves on into the state, but it only lasts for a day and then we dry it out. As we take a look at what we've got going on right now, just not much, 66 degrees with just high clouds drifting across the state. And with those high clouds already, we're starting to see the showers and storms develop. And as they do, they will spread across the state later on today. Here are 6 o'clock in the evening, widespread showers and thunderstorms right through the metro area. And take a look at this. This is 1 a.m. They are still rumbling along from Denver all the way out onto the eastern plains before things finally dry out. And then tomorrow at 3 in the afternoon, lots of sunshine over the eastern plains and just spotty showers for the higher elevations over the south, and maybe northeastern Colorado gets in on the act as well. For Denver, 86 degrees today, scattered showers and storms. Then for tomorrow, 89 degrees. I'm just going with partly sunny skies. Sunday, more of the same, only we'll add an isolated shower back in the forecast. And then for Monday, 85 degrees, chance for an isolated storm as well.
Thanks, Ed. And traffic rolling along smoothly at this 5 o'clock hour. We do want to point out, though, that tonight starts the last weekend of the big I-70 closure. So westbound I-70 between I-270 and Brighton. These are just the westbound lanes again. Closed tonight at 10 o'clock and won't reopen until 5 o'clock Monday morning. So the detour we're telling drivers to take westbound I-270 instead. Here's a few drive times to talk about. It'll take you about 10 minutes. If you're heading southbound I-225 between I-70 and I-25, it's about an 11-minute commute right now. Westbound I-76 from E-470 to Commerce City.
Keely, thank you. Right now, the State Department of Human Services says it's investigating fraud and child safety allegations against a former social worker in Arapahoe County. The investigation focuses on Robin Niceta, the ex-personal partner of former Aurora Police Chief Vanessa Wilson, and whether she broke up families based on false claims. New lawsuits accuse Niceta and the Arapahoe County Human Services Department of using false complaints and false testimony to wrongly take children from their families. Niceta is already facing charges after she was accused of filing a fabricated child abuse report against Aurora City Council member Danielle Jurinsky.
As we stand here right now, some of these women are still missing their children. And I can't stand that. I can't stand that.
Jurinsky's lawyers say they have collected 40 other complaints. Niceta resigned from her job as a caseworker back in May after the investigation started. Arapahoe County leaders say that they investigate all allegations of abuse and neglect, and they're not aware of widespread misconduct.
Police in Aurora arrested a man accused of spraying 2 people with gasoline last month. Investigators say he attacked them because he didn't like that they were speaking Spanish. 28-year-old Rini Kosum, or maybe Kosum, we'll say Kosum, he is facing nearly a dozen charges, including 2 felonies. In July, police say he confronted 2 people who were speaking Spanish at a gas station. Police say he followed them to their car, sprayed gas on them, and then looked for a lighter to set them on fire. Luckily, he couldn't find one. He also threw a rock through the back window of the car. Kosum is due in court at the end of September.
Denver's auditor is concerned about the future of social equity efforts in the city. He laid out criticisms against the Office of Social Equity and Innovation in a newly released report. Denver's mayor is taking issue with the audit. Here's 9 News reporter Kelly Rinke.
Absolutely fair. I mean, I stand by the results of that audit, period.
Timothy O'Brien's job as the auditor in Denver is to provide transparency in government. His latest criticism is getting pushback from the city's mayor.
I feel like it's an attempt to distract from the criticism that you could find in the audit report.
That audit looked at the performance of the Office of Social Equity and Innovation. The group was created after Mayor Michael Hancock signed an executive order in 2020 to increase social equity and minimize racism in city government.
I think it's important to get in early and take a look as does the organization have the right foundation and building blocks to be successful.
O'Brien said the office needs to make several improvements to be more efficient.
No goals and objectives, no policies and procedures, no metrics to say, how am I successful in terms of achieving those goals?
In a letter to O'Brien, Hancock said the office accepts every single recommendation, and the group was planning to implement them already. But he thinks the audit is incomplete. Hancock said it should have looked at the 207 days staff worked to support the city's response during the pandemic, like setting up testing centers and expanding public health education in underserved communities.
They try to say, that the pandemic, that the social unrest really prevented them from doing those kinds of things. Well, then I think they should have suspended the executive order, to be implemented at a later date.
Hancock says the city's equity initiatives began years before the executive order, and leaving that out in the audit is a disservice. O'Brien says his job is to look at how agencies could be more efficient and not to list accomplishments. In Denver, I'm Kelly Rinke, 9 News.
The audit also found that executive order is vague about the office's authority. The office can't force agencies to create certain plans or participate in training, according to this report. Staff told the auditor's office some departments were stonewalling them.
New this morning, this year, Aurora Public Schools will roll out 7 new electric school buses. APS is not the only district to go electric, but they have the most electric buses that any district has across the state. 9 News reporter John Glasgow live now from the Transportation Department there. And John, some students will get to see these buses as soon as next Monday.
Yeah, that's right. APS is going to roll these buses out as a test run next week with some students on the bus. Now, they don't look a whole lot different than your average school bus. In fact, they look pretty much the same, but they certainly do cost a lot more.
Yes, we put money up front to get these units, but I think big picture we're gonna save a lot of money down the road.
So APS was able to purchase these 7 new electric school buses and 7 charging receptors. They did that through a government grant program. The district put up 20% of the cost, and then the government grant covered the rest. They certainly helped because these electric buses cost around $370,000 each, more than double the price of a new diesel bus. Right now, the majority of the fleet is made up of diesel engine school buses that the district says are costly to run and maintain.
I think it's the wave of the future. All the major U.S. auto manufacturers have pledged to go electric. We're starting to see the utilities invest more in infrastructure for electric charging. So I think Aurora has positioned itself at the forefront to be able to take advantage of this new wave.
So these electric charging stations, they're going to be located right here at this transportation department. You can see them back there. They're those little white boxes. The buses here getting ready to go out next week. Now, you might wonder, well, how far can they go on a battery if they're going to be driving around doing all the different routes? Well, they do tell me that they can go 138 miles, and the average for each route is about 75 miles. So that's plenty of battery, and they can charge them up in about 30 minutes. So this is what they say is the wave of the future. But again, it is expensive for upfront costs, but they're hoping in the long run that they can replace the entire diesel fleet here with these EV electric school buses. Now, the next phase of this is they're going to put in canopy covers in here in this lot as well, which would help power the buses, and also some nearby schools here that also run on solar power as well. So it's going to be a big win for Aurora and a big investment up front, guys.
That is very, very cool. And as an EV owner, I can tell you that those drivers are going to like not having to gas up. It is a nice deal.
Yeah, in fact, Gary, they said that the one thing that they did say about these buses too is they're so quiet, which would help with the kids, and also too they got a lot more torque, which is good. So that's why these drivers had to take a little bit extra time here to train on these buses before they roll them out next week.
Absolutely, yeah. It's like a giant golf cart. It's very cool. All right, John, thank you much.